Welcome everybody. In this video I'm going to talk about friendships, friendship breakups specifically. Time to talk about guilt, boundaries and saying goodbye. Hope you enjoy this little chat. My name is Alessia, or Leslie, whatever you want to call me. Obviously this is all personal and I'm not here to say get rid of that friend, but I just want to guide you in the right direction because I think that we all deserve peace and happiness and to be treated well by the people surrounding us. And as you grow up, you learn that sometimes the people that are surrounding you are no longer on your wavelength and no longer your kind of people. And it's really hard to say goodbye and to just wave off that friendship. Sometimes you just need a bit of a push. If you have the same people surrounding you your entire life, what does that say about you? It doesn't say that you've matured and you've grown and you've changed. You want to change. I want to change anyway. I don't want to be the same person I was when I was a teenager at school, and my lord, I don't want to be the same person. This video is going to be making you feel better about your choice to possibly end a friendship that is a little bit toxic. If you're looking for some advice, maybe a tiny wincy, like not even a push, a kind of in the right direction, I'm here. Sometimes it's best to work on the friendship because it's worth amending, because friendships are a bit like relationships. They do involve work and effort, and I think there needs to be a lot more out there on friendships and friendship breakups, and we're just kind of expected to just everyone be friends forever, and sometimes they're not for you and it's time to let them go. I like my small group of friends. I've got a lot on and I like my me time as well. So if I've got my YouTube, which I'm working on and loving and want to put all my passion and energy into, I've also got a part-time job, but I also like me time. I think spending at least an hour on your own every day, at least, is vital for your like sanity. I love having people who are not my kind of chosen family. They're very important and I do talk to them a lot, but I only want a small pool of people because I think that's the best way to have a successful relationship, to not be trying to satisfy loads of different people. I like close, quality friends. It's not about quantity for me, it's about quality. I have come across many people that entertain as many people as possible and as many friendships as possible, and I can see it. It's so unfulfilling. I've done it. I don't see the point. You might feel that it's the best way to feel less alone, but it's not. The best way to feel cradled and loved and safe is by having just a couple of friends that you can really put all your energy and time into and love. Nobody's perfect, but I like to think that my friends are pretty perfect for me. So the first sign is that you are constantly questioning the friendship and you are watching this video. So this is the first sign. If you're complaining to others more than actually enjoying the friendship and you're in your head all the time playing over situations or things they've said and whether or not that was found in, whether they should have said that, yeah, that's a sign. Second sign is you feel noticeably more comfortable in other people's or friends' company. So you kind of would rather hang out with someone else than said person. If you're putting off meeting up with them or whatever, it's a sign that it doesn't feel natural anymore. It feels forced, it feels uncomfortable, and you feel safer and happier in a space with other people. One of the most essential things about friendship is that they make you happy and they make you feel yourself and comfortable. They're your chosen family, so you should feel at ease in their company and at ease within yourself when you're with them. Another sign, I kind of touched upon it then, but it feels forced. So you feel like you're making the effort to speak to them or meet up with them or whatever, but it's in order to please them or to kind of keep the friendship going, rather than, oh, I want to tell them this, or I want to go and do this specific fun thing with them. It's more to just maintain the friendship, to keep that Snapchat streak going. Perhaps it feels pressured and you talk more than you want to, so you're not really allowing any space. Maybe the person's demanding of your time and isn't kind of trusting in the friendship, if it feels more like an obligation than something that you want to do, then it's not ideal. It's something maybe you could work on by communicating in a calm and considerate fashion. Yet maybe you'll be able to at some point enjoy and want to spend time with them rather than feeling like you have to. But this is another sign. Space is healthy. If a friend kind of kicks off, or there becomes this kind of hostility, or this maybe they're passive aggressive with you, that's a clear-cut sign that they don't like the fact that you're having space, and they don't feel confident enough in the friendship to allow space, because they need the constant reassurance that you want to be their friend, or that the friendship is worth keeping. You shouldn't have to constantly prove that. Space is important. You know, we're all busy human beings with lives, and particularly if you're like my age, I'm like 21 and I've graduated, and I'm now trying to kind of do the YouTube thing and make some money at my part-time job, and I've got a lot going on, and friends need to respect that. Of course, you should always be there for them in their time of need, but it shouldn't be like a weekly timetable, a bit like university or college where you have to go in for your lectures. Another sign is a lack of mutual respect. So say maybe neither of you have set any boundaries, neither of you have ever, say you've been friends for years, maybe you haven't really had an honest conversation about either you or your friend annoying each other. If that hasn't happened, that's actually a sign, because it's natural, you know, in relationships, it's natural to get a bit angry and there to be a bit of frustration, but you are encouraged to talk it out. And I think we need to be encouraged in friendships as well to talk things out if we're upset, and set boundaries. And if there isn't any of that, then that's not a great sign. So I've noticed, like my generation, we're all obsessed with kind of like getting answers like straight away. And because we're always texting, we're always like, we know everything about each other because we can always be in communication. That means if we say like, sorry, I can't meet today, or I can't speak to you today, why? No, you just say it and that's it. You should never explain why you can't meet someone unless you want to, unless it's like you want to tell them about a cool Christmas event or whatever you're going to. Friends should never expect you to explain why you say no. Saying no should be something that is allowed, something that's fine and is comfortable in the friendship. So don't say sorry if you say no. As long as you are treating that friend with the love and respect they deserve, then there should be space for you to say no, as well as say yes, let me meet you, let me listen to you, let me have a good time with you, whatever. So yeah, the ability to say no and not have to explain yourself. In terms of a lack of mutual respect, if you have different outlooks on what friendship is, if you look at their group of friends and they're very different to your group of friends, that's one like kind of telltale sign that they have a very different vision of friendship. My outlook, as I said, was about quality, not quantity. So I'm not going to mix well with people that are about quality, not quantity. So I want a friend that I can have a really nice, deep conversation about, or I can phone crying my eyes out because something bad's happened, or we can maybe not see each other for months, but we've got an amazing trip planned together and we just have the best time. Not the kind of friends that speak, you know, every day, have to know every detail, that are joined at the hip. I don't like that. It's again the whole other half thing, like they say with partners. Like, I don't think you should really have that with anyone. So yeah, if you've got different outlooks of friendship, if this sounds all too familiar, you should take this as a sign. So one thing you can do to feel less guilty is meditation. So just have some time to sit with your thoughts and really think about what makes you happy, and meditation is really good for that. I do meditations. I've actually done one on guilt, and I'm going to do some on friendship. They might even already be up because I don't know when I'm going to post this video. But if you don't want to listen to mine, don't worry. You can just play some meditation music and just sit with your thoughts. Maybe even sit in a dark room and just really reflect. Hopefully I've caught you prior to terminating the friendship, if you're going to. So don't end it by text, end it on the phone if going for a walk or something isn't possible. But yeah, have that kind of proper closure and do it in a decent and fair way to honour that friendship, and don't name call or place blame, just explain the situation in a clear and concise manner without accusing anyone. And if the person doesn't return that kind of decency, then you know that what you've done was the right thing. They might even respond in a decent manner, and that just shows that they were feeling the same and it was for the best. Something I've done in the past is I've actually written out why I wanted to end the friendship, just for my own peace of mind. So if I ever was feeling vulnerable or upset, or I wanted to explain it to someone, it can be quite draining. So if you've got a short and concise paragraph explaining why, then you go back to that. So write it when you're in a good, confident, this is the right thing to do state of mind. My top thing to do, and this is just, I do this all the time. I did this with my first breakup and it was like a lifesaver. This is what it looks like. Wait, that P, it's gonna be the other way around for you. Yeah, download Pinterest. Pinterest is basically a platform where you can kind of save a collection of photos to a certain folder, and it can be like, so I'll read out some of my folder titles. Home, so like homeware, inspiration, outfits, my style, and then I've got my favourite ones are like feminism, anxiety, veganism, and this one is a friendship one, and I've got it on private so no one else can see this. You can have public accounts, but you can also have private, and most of mine are private. And I've got one about, oh, it's not going to focus either. Anyway, I've got one for friendships. So basically you can search through photos, but you can type in kind of topics that you want to look for. So type in friendship quotes or terminating friendship quotes or anything like that, and it will come up with a range of stuff. And basically save the ones that make you feel good and make you feel like you made the right decision or give you peace of mind. And that's what I've done over the years, and I've got loads. So I'm going to read out some of the quotes to you now. I put this on my Instagram actually a couple of days ago, by Lassie Lulu, so if you want you can check it out. I've got a whole like quotes on my stories, on my story highlights. I've got a whole quotes like section because I love quotes. Something about the power of words that helps me like transform my mood and make me feel like I've done the right thing. So here's one of the quotes that I put on my Instagram. A lot of walking away will do your life good. Walk away from arguments that lead you to anger and nowhere. Walk away from people who deliberately put you down. Walk away from the practice of pleasing people who choose to never see your worth. Walk away from any thought that undermines your peace of mind. Walk away from judgmental people. They do not know the struggle you are facing and what you've been through. Walk away from your mistakes and fears. They do not determine your fate. The more you walk away from things that poison your life, the healthier your life will be. That's a long one. Another one. You've got to stop watering dead plants. Mic drop. That's such a good one. True friendship isn't being inseparable, it's being separated, and nothing changes. Friendship is not about the people who act true to your face, it's about people who remain true behind your back. True that, and that reminds me of another thing I wanted to say. If your friend isn't setting boundaries, as I said earlier, and communicating when you've upset them, or saying in future reference, just to avoid me getting upset, can you not talk about this and this? So if they're not communicating that with you, they're probably communicating that with someone else behind your back. Back to the quotes. Depth of friendship does not depend on length of acquaintance. Relationship killers. Unspoken expectations, avoidance, needing to be right, be more like me mentality. Reactivity and impatience. So by reactivity they mean like if they're just ready to go at you and get on the defence and don't really listen. Withholding your truth and love, ignoring bids for connection, micromanaging and control, demands rather than invitations, betrayals of trust, and keeping score. Keeping score, I think they mean, oh, you haven't phoned me in a while, you're not a good friend, I phoned you more times. I think that's kind of what they mean. So yeah, these quotes help me just feel better about the decision I've made. I will read you two more. This one. I will never be that friend who rings you every day, but I will be that friend you can rely on when your world collapses. This is pretty relevant to the video. Boundaries. If someone throws a fit because you set boundaries, it's just more evidence the boundary is needed. quotes are amazing, and Pinterest is one of my favourite things. If I'm upset about something, I'm like, I'll make a folder specifically about it. I'll just type in, yeah, something quotes, anxiety quotes, breakup quotes. Right, quickly, some things that you've got to hear, a last note to leave you on so you feel extra that I want to give you the, oh yeah, feel good. This is the right thing. No friendship works if you're constantly having to try and prove your interest in that person. You shouldn't be saying sorry all the time. If you can't meet up, don't say sorry because it makes them think that you've done something wrong. And finally, know your worth as a friend. So if someone maltreats you or disrespects you or says goodbye and doesn't want to be friends with you anymore, you're fine, and you can simply say their loss. No friendships are perfect, I completely get that. And some of them are worth fighting for and some of them are not, and I just want everyone to be treated well and to be happy because it will make a better world for everyone. Get rid of those people that don't make you your best self. You want honest friends, friends that make you laugh, friends that allow space, friends that trust you, friends that communicate when they're upset with you in a constructive manner. You want friends that help you grow, that challenge you. Some of the best friends are those people that have just stepped into your life, that haven't been there for years and years to see you through everything, but when they do, you feel yourself changing and growing. I hope you liked that video about friendship and friendship breakups and how to deal with friendships collapsing. You are all worthy of having wonderful people surrounding you to love and respect you. I hope I've made you feel better. Please like and subscribe and comment and share and stuff. If I have, or if you want any advice or anything, feel free to message me on my Instagram by Leslie Lulu. I've said that so many times, but I genuinely mean that. I love talking about kind of the dynamics between people and understanding people in a kind of psychological light. So I will happily talk with you. I just want to help, and I'm also interested in how friendships and people work. And every Friday I'll be posting more videos like this. Every Wednesday I do meditation, as I said earlier in this video, so give that a look. Other than that, I'm going to leave you with the quote of the week.